know you're here, Kallax. Show yourself so we can end this.
Where is the tactical skill that had the hybrid ready to appoint you one of the chosen? There you stand in the open, ready to be picked off. How vulnerable your feelings have made you.
What brought you here, Kallax? I sent you one message, and you came running.
So, you know about our past? Wardic should have kept our secret. I will not let you spread the story further. I will keep my honor.
That sounds like emotion to me, Kallax. Fear, anger, confusion. Which of those drove your attempt to murder me?
Murder? You failed your mission. The directive is clear. Failure of a mission is punishable by execution. Is that why you really came here, Jax? Are you ready to die?
I must speak to the hybrid directly. What is the code to his chamber?
Only Elexitors can be told that. You are no Elexitor.
I know the code is something to do with the hybrid's past, but all I know of his past is that the Alps found him, that he showed our leaders the future and took control of our people.
The past is irrelevant. All that counts is the future.
So why does the hybrid hide this? What is it about his past that he wants to stay hidden? You saw his past when you had an audience with him.
What I saw is irrelevant.
The universe, skies stretching to infinity. Does that relate to the code? You said Tarek talked about the old world. Is that a clue? Come on, Kallax. You know there is more to this. I know you wanted answers then. You must still want them.
I serve the directive. The law demands the death of those who learn it illegally.
So I'm right. It is something to do with his past, with what you saw.
The past is irrelevant.
You expect me to believe that you have never wondered about the code? It could be anything. It would be logical for it to be random. It would be efficient to change it, but instead the code remains the same and is rumored to link to his past. Doesn't that sound emotional? Why would he stick with something like that? It has to mean something.
You are allowing your own emotions to cloud your thinking.
Our world is in the hands of the hybrid. We should know what makes him who he is.
The past is irrelevant. All that counts is the future. The hybrid must achieve supremacy.
How long have you known that we are the children of berserkers?
I have always known. You were too young to remember, but I have always remembered the faces of my real parents. They too are irrelevant. We benefited from the fact we were taken from the berserkers.
Something is wrong with the hybrid. Committing yourself to him will only destroy you.
The hybrid is the only way we can survive.
His understanding of evolution and his ability to see the future are the only ways that we can save Magellan. So he says, but what proof is there? And what is it he sees in the future?
The future is for the hybrid to know.
The future can be decided by anyone. We can build a future together instead of killing hundreds at the word of the hybrid.
Your opinion has become clouded by emotion. You no longer see the purity of the hybrid's vision.
When the hybrid is defeated by an outcast, then you will see his flaws. I will ensure that happens. What did you mean, appoint me to the chosen?
All Albs the hybrid sees as having Elexitor potential have a biocore chip implanted to maximize their efficiency. They and others he sees the potential in. We have been selected to serve his future, to ensure the future comes to pass. You had been chosen to evolve to the next level. The hybrid had even had you implanted with a chip ready to communicate with you, so he could guide your thoughts.
If I have a chip, then why hasn't the hybrid ordered me back to Zakor? How can I have my free will?
Because you got lucky. Your chip must have been damaged when I attempted to execute you. That is the only explanation.
Convenient that your proof has been destroyed.
Tell me, Jax, do you never see images you can't explain? Visions?
Yes.
Some of those will be memories. Others are thoughts that spring from your connection to the hybrid. He sees the future, the plans of the free people. All of Magalan and some of those visions will have leaked into your mind through the chip. You have come to me with the emotion and twisted logic of the free people. Listening to you any longer is a waste of time. I will end this here and now.
Kallax's reaction proves I'm on the right track, and it has something to do with the old world. Perhaps it might mean something to Harley. He knows a lot about old world installations.
So, my scouts did report the truth. You don't know how much running around I've had to do to get here. The whole of Zakor must have heard about you by now. Jax, back from the dead.
Yes, it looks like you could get yourself the whole reward for my capture, Parsek.
Reward? We work for duty, not reward. You've picked up the habits and speech of the free people, Jax.
Send your machines away, and I will tell you the whole story at my camp.
Very interesting. I'll have to refuse your offer. Your little camp won't offer much hospitality now. The machines I've sent certainly won't leave much left over.
Well, this guy's an asshole. Who is he?
He's an Elex2, servant to Tarek, slave to the hybrid. But you shouldn't underestimate him.
You should listen to him.
Yeah, I've never really done that. I'll crush you!
So, you are here. I have been awaiting your arrival.
If you wanted to see me, you shouldn't have allowed my execution.
You are speaking with emotion, not logic.
The hybrid sees all, so did you order my death, or just allow it? Was it my past that condemned me?
The past is irrelevant. Only the future holds any importance.
If my past is irrelevant, why did you put a chip in my head to control my thoughts?
The chip improves efficiency. If the chip hadn't been damaged, you would not be asking this question. You would know that true understanding is only possible through me. Join the Chosen, and you will know the meaning of our work.
The same promise you have made to the Alps since you took control. I came here for answers, not more empty promises.
More emotion. Your personal quest is meaningless. If you think your actions now have consequence, you are mistaken. Your arrival here is proof that you are closer to the next step in evolution than any of your kind. But there are things you are yet to understand.
You don't understand anything about me.
I understand more than you can imagine. I can control emotion. You are letting it consume you. What the free people think is irrelevant. But you, Jax, you must understand the truth. The comet that destroyed Magellan's civilization did not arrive by chance. It was sent to begin the changes to our world, to prepare it for those who follow. There is nothing we can do to stop this. We can only be ready for their arrival. That is the truth I have guarded, and I have been preparing our world for this day.
Who is coming?
Those who will inherit our world. The further I evolve, the more I can hear their voices. First as whispers, now as minds I can commune with.
Can we stop them?
They can divert comets and send them across vast distances. Their power is well beyond our own.
If you really know the future, then tell me what will happen.
The world, as you know it, will not exist in a few years. All life that remains will be forced to obey those who come to us now. They will obey, or they will cease to exist. The world must be changed before they arrive. Elex will see to that. But we must prepare people and gather the Elex that will make the changes that must come.
If individuals aren't important, then why do we need you?
My destiny was set the day the comet struck our planet. Elex transformed me. It was an accident of fate, no plan of those who follow. But it has made me their emissary. You think you fight to save our world, but it is me, and me alone, who can do that. You have accomplished much, Jax, but your work is worse than futile. You think of yourself as a savior, but if we stand against these beings, we will all perish. Now, at least the Chosen will survive.
You don't expect me to believe all of this.
I foresaw the day the comet would strike our world. I was there when it hit. All my words, all my warnings, all were ignored. The world refused to listen until it was too late. That day, the Elex changed me. I was reborn, evolved. I failed to save us then. I will not fail again. The free people cannot be allowed to stand in our way. Their infighting had long stopped them from successfully interfering with our plans. All the Elex on Magellan shall be required if we are to stand against the coming threat. You once followed my word without question. It is a loss to us all that my influence ended with your brother's botched attempt to kill you. But now, you know the truth, and you can complete our vision together. Now the Judicator Ulbricht is dead. You must use your influence to stop the clerics. If you value the future of all you have seen, you will serve me and save our world.
The free people will never believe your story.
Their beliefs have no meaning. There is only fact. Is your mind so clouded you can no longer see the truth? The desires of the free people are meaningless. Will you die with them?
Why not work with the free people to stop these invaders? Maybe if we fight on the same side, we can defeat these beings together.
The free people are using ELEX in their technology, their world hearts, and their magic. They are blind to its true purpose. ELEX was sent here to change our planet in preparation for those who follow. Nothing can be allowed to stop that change. The free people understand nothing but their own personal vengeances. That is why the Alps live without emotion. That is why the Alps have succeeded.
Imagine what they could achieve if you worked with them.
They have no interest in peace. They crave only their personal victories. Hate, emotion, and greed drives their conflict, and it will be their end.
Is there no one amongst the free people who could join the Chosen?
Thorald, the Pilgrim, was the closest to defeating me. His powers would be helpful to us, but no, his emotions and self-doubt meant he needed another mage. That was his downfall. He is too emotional as well. The mage's connection to Elex was so strong that Thorald lost control of her and the Elex. My future and that of Magalan was saved by their weakness.
Even if this is true, why should I believe we can't fight these invaders like we fought you?
My vision is the only one way to save Magalan. The Chosen will evolve to serve those who follow. All Elex must serve my purpose. All people must serve me.
I didn't come here to let you rule this world. Your time is over. My emotions don't cloud my mind. They have made me realize things about the world I could not have seen before. I did not come all this way to die in your hands. I came here to take back control of my world. Your plans were wrong then. They are wrong now. You are not the superior being you think you are.
My past is meaningless. It holds no fear. Your attempt to use it only proves that you cling to the irrelevant. Die now, or die at the hands of those that follow. Your death will be meaningless. Only my survival matters now. creatures I had seen. This was not amongst them, despite all of my preparation and all the ELEX. You have shown yourself stronger than all of that.
So, will you submit, or will you die?
You have defeated me, but you are not strong enough to fight the beings coming to rule our world. If I die, then so does Magalan.
You cannot be allowed to complete your plan. You will work with the Free People. Your insight will help us to defeat these invaders.
The Free People are not strong enough to survive.
Your prediction about me was wrong. You cannot predict what the future holds. We will control our own future. Once the mana takes effect, you will see this.
You know nothing of the future. I see all, and I tell you that you cannot fight them.
We will see to that.
So much suffering. An ocean of blood gushes over the land. Lives, potential. Drown in it.
You can see it all now. That destruction was all your work.
Then you have no choice. You must destroy me. This suffering cannot continue.
Remember when you were human? Before the comet hit, before the Elex changed you. Your name was Dr. Adam Charles Dawkins. Your plan was to save only yourself, but you have changed. You are realizing that the world must be saved. You can become a force for good.
I can't. It is too late. People can never trust me.
Then I will go to them. I will convince them your abilities are key to the future for all the people of Magalan. I will tell them your knowledge is the only way to stop this enemy.
Those who would be the new lords of this world will arrive soon. It is your task to prepare the people of Magalan for their arrival.
Magalan, a world reshaped by the comet. A civilization lost in fire and ash. The hybrid spoke of his plan to prepare the world for what is to come. To make us understand the changes that Elex is making to our world. But after all the years of his secrecy, the blood that has been spilled to gather Elex to feed his powers. Who will listen to his warning? There is power in Elex. It has changed every living thing on Magalan. The creatures that made it, that reforged our world from out amongst the stars, are coming to claim their creation. ends here, or will it be a gateway to revolution? It is now my task to prepare for that day. To decide the future of Kallax. The Hybrids era is gone. Now, all the factions must decide. I have chosen my destiny. Now they must choose theirs.